Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. New hair, who this, honey? Okay, we are in a new era of Love Island Australia, so I'm in a new era as well. We are reviewing Love Island Australia season 5, episode 9, 10, 9? I don't know. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. I don't really have too many notes. I feel like a lot of the conversations that were being had were kind of repetitive in my opinion, so we might breeze through this. I'll try to add a little bit of commentary to make it a little bit longer, but the vibes are obviously off between Nate and Tia coming off of the recoupling. And so she's being kind of cold and distant to him, and he's obviously annoyed by it.
Oh, thanks.
Don't say thank you.
Oh no, I was saying thank you to getting my phone.
You want half of this?
No, thank you. Knowing that it was a hard decision to make between Kira and I sort of made me question what I'm doing with him. I want someone that's fun. Yeah. Doesn't take life seriously. I need someone who's a bit dumb.
In my opinion, okay, so it's clear that these two have fundamental differences that they both cannot get over within each other, right? So with him, I don't I see both sides. And somebody was trying to say I'm defending Tia. That's my prerogative. I don't care. I am still on Nate's side, but Tia does have some valid points. A wrong clock is right twice a day. You know what I mean? So with Tia, if you're going to really struggle this hard to want to couple up with me, don't bother. Don't bother. Send me home. She also has realized that she doesn't have that connection with him that she thought that she did. So her being cold, yeah, it's mean. But then there's also why am I going to try to keep forging something when we know that there's nothing between us, right? On Nate's side, he's we just went through a big thing and we are realizing we do have these fundamental differences. So yeah, it is going to be hard for me to decide, do I keep a friend who I genuinely have love for, or do I keep a connection that's basically dead? So I do appreciate the fact that he was trying to talk to her and get down to yo, what's going on between us. But Tia is weird because Tia is going to say, Nate is too serious and I want someone who's kind of dumb. Tia, get help. What? I'm being facetious, but girl, you admittedly want somebody who is dumb? And then you're going to say he's too serious based on him trying to defend a woman who was being loosely attacked by two men in the villa. Girl, that's a problem. That's a problem. To me, that's a problem. So later on, they have their conversation and essentially he's just yo, what's up with you? And she's I'm not even sexually attracted to you. Tia reminds me of those guys who, when they hit on you and you're not interested, it becomes this whole, well, you're ugly anyways. I wasn't ugly when you came up to talk to me. Also, now I'm ugly because I don't want you. Okay. She literally was why is he making it a big deal just because I don't want him anymore? Girl, come on. And then with Nate, I'm sorry. But you've seen this kind of behavior from Tia already. Next time when you spot the red flags, take them seriously and don't just brush them under the rug, okay? Because Tia is the same woman who we met at the beginning of the season. So moving on. Reed is trying to convince Abby that he is not the drama, which is opposing what the other women are saying because of obviously what they saw with him and Kira.
Been in bed with Tia, and I've been in bed with Kira, but it's been...
Yes, I'm the lucky third. You're the problem, what?
Me?
Yeah. And I was just oh my God.
No, that's just the drama. I would not buy into that at all. Trust me.
All I'm going to say is, if you're unable to pinpoint the issues with your own partner, look at his company. Examine the company that he keeps because, okay, maybe you weren't here for, the Kira drama in full, right? But you were there when two men came at you, hounding you without letting you get a word in or even hearing your side of things. Those are Reed's closest friends in the villa. If I was a woman who had a hard time gauging my man's own characteristics, I would look at his friends. And right now, Abby, his friends aren't looking too hot. I gotta stay on the friends. Literally, Trent is currently entertaining a woman he admittedly said embarrasses him. He would be embarrassed to introduce Savannah to his friends and family. But he's still gonna entertain her and give her hope that there is potential between them. Me personally, I would have to call it. I would have to call it with my man, even though that's his friend. And of course, like, he's not the one doing that to another girl. But if you're not going to speak up against it, maybe that would mean that you would be okay doing that to me. Not always, but it's just something that I would investigate. There was a lot of couples who are just happy to be together. Everybody was making out. It was happy days for all of them. I couldn't keep track of all those conversations, so I'm just going to breeze through them. However, I did pick up Lucinda dropping the album.
Thank you, babe.
Legend.
That's all right.
Oh, love him. Love you more. That's not me saying that I love you. Okay, well, obviously it's sad that Kira's left.
I'll let you go first.
I'm really happy and I really liked your speech.
I haven't felt this way with someone for so long, it feels like. It's just really magical and nice.
Two things I gotta say. You gotta be real comfortable with somebody to keep talking as they're kissing you. Like, that's peak comfort with someone. Either that or you don't care. Yeah, there's a thin line between those two. We're gonna go with comfort for now. And then with the whole L-bomb, she says that she meant it in a friendly way. Now, don't get me wrong, they're not in a full-blown couple, so of course it wasn't like the I'm deeply in love with you, but y'all make out, y'all sleep together in the bed, y'all literally slept together tonight. Like, me dropping the L-bomb will be a little bit more serious than just like a friendly, I don't know, is that a me thing? It can't be. The next day, the girls are sharing about their activities in the night. Lucinda didn't confirm that they had sex, but we can just infer that that's what happened. And then I think it was Abby was saying Reed had a hard-on in bed. It doesn't necessarily surprise me, but she went looking for it. You found what you were looking for. The guys get a text that they'll be having a beach day and be playing soccer. So they're off. And while they're gone, Sophie brings two new bombshells. I believe their names, because I did not write them down, are Adrian. Nope, that already sounds wrong. I know one of them is Ryan. Is the other one Adrian? Aiden.
Aiden is so hot.
29.
Yeah.
I've always dated older, I think.
I feel like I'm gonna be in trouble. I feel like I'm gonna be in big trouble.
I like your personality and like how you sort of like stand out in a group. Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, she's an attractive girl. She definitely has the personality to match. She'd definitely be a good time.
Ryan looks like Channing Tatum. I'm not even joking you. Channing Tatum's my celebrity crush.
I know this woman did not just say Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum? This Channing Tatum? I'm not gonna lie. At first I was like, Lucinda, what the hell are you talking about? Because this is the Channing Tatum that I know. But if we're comparing this Channing Tatum, okay, she's onto something. They don't look alike. Unless I'm tripping, they don't look alike to me. But I'm glad that you could see that in him. That's great. So these guys are definitely turning heads. 1000% turning heads. I think Savannah had a really good conversation with Ryan. By the next episode, I'll know who's who. She had a really good conversation, and I like that for her, you know? Whether or not I was excited to share their story or I just wanted to throw in a funny conversation, if the person that I'm with finds it embarrassing, and that's who I am as a person, I might have to look elsewhere. Now she's looking at Ryan and he's affirming her. He's saying, you know, I love your banter. I love how open you are. I love how carefree you are. And it's really nice for her to feel validated in the person that she is. She opened up earlier about, you know, getting with guys who don't really take her seriously. So she ends up getting like dogged at the end of the day. But to be with somebody who has seen your antics and is like, I'm cool with it. That's good. So good on her. Then you have the guys who are on the beach basically raving about how great their connections are. Unbeknownst to them, there are two new guys macking on their girls.
We've been working on that like a lot more and we feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
I do think I'm the man for her.
My biggest green flag with Sav is that
she would be the most loyal person.
Literally.
If she will run down and she'll have my back.
So loyal.
The cardinal rule of Love Island is do not get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. Because if somebody, as long as you're in the villa, there's a chance for somebody to come in and take your person. Unless you guys are solidified as a legit couple. You know what I mean? So these guys are like, oh yeah, you know, I'm sitting pretty. Ain't nothing to worry about. There's always something to worry about, okay? Then we go back to the villa. And the women are talking about how immature the guys in the villa are.
How do you cope when you like get a little bit angry like about a situation? Are you a jealous person?
Nah, not at all. Yeah, if you and I coupled up and you wanted to explore it, yeah, that's cool.
I do know what they mean by men are here. It's like them compared to trash.
Two new mature boys. He filled up the fucking ice tray. That is men behavior.
I'm sorry, but the bar is in hell. The bar is absolutely in hell, because you mean to tell me these men are this immature that you are impressed by a guy filling up the ice tray? That impresses you? That is maturity? At least with, who was having the conversation? Was it Tia? I think Tia was talking to Ryan. Oh, gosh, I don't remember who she was talking to. But those questions to me were mature. She's basically saying, how do you handle conflict? When you're frustrated, how do you, what behavior do you exhibit? And I thought that was great conversation. Kudos to you, sis, honestly, because the rest of these conversations are very fluffy. But to me, that is maturity. The ice tray. All right. Eventually, the guys end up coming back from their beach day, and they are sizing up the men, feeling very evidently threatened.
Tara, Savannah, and Lucinda all hot. Like, yeah, just see how it goes.
No one's been interested in Sav until these boys have come in, so that's also a little bit of a surprise.
As an alpha male, I needed to assert dominance over these two goons. To be quite real, not intimidated by them in the slightest.
Neither.
Yeah, he's massive. But I feel like Sav,
I don't think girls like that big.
But I feel like Sav would be into that.
Zach, to me, is the epitome of insecurity. The epitome. He's like, I'm an alpha male, and I have to assert my dominance so these guys know. Are you serious? Let's be honest. Whenever you see a group of men, the top dog is just known. Nobody has to prove themselves as the top dog. If anything, it's the guys at the bottom who have to prove their worth to the top dog. So I'm sorry, you out here doing this big show trying to show how much of an alpha man you are in front of these men. It really shows that you're the beta male. Let's be honest. So then it's Zach and Trent talking, and they're basing basically the thing that is threatening them about the new guys is their size. They're like, oh, Ryan is just so big. Like, oh, since when does size have anything to do with masculinity? Honestly. And the funniest thing about it is that the women aren't even looking at, I mean, yes, they're looking, but what they admire of the new guys is the maturity, is the decorum, is the way that they hold themselves. And if only Trent and Zach knew that it was more than just aesthetics or performative alpha maleism. It's not a term, but we're going to make it a term today. They'd be better off in life. So in the next episode, it is Trent and Zach again spewing their insecurities on their girls. It looks like Lucinda's head is going to be turning towards Ryan. I'm interested to see it. I am. I feel like Zach needs a little reality check. He does. He thinks his ish don't stink, and honey, it stinks just like the rest of us, okay? You need to put in the effort. Otherwise, your girl is going to go elsewhere. As always, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.